My fiancé handed me a stack of legal papers and said, "Sign the house over to me or the wedding is off." She said it 2 weeks before our wedding while we were sitting in my living room, which I'd inherited from my grandmother 5 years ago. The papers were already filled out with just a signature line waiting for me. "What are you talking about?" I asked, staring at the deed transfer documents. Rebecca put her engagement ring on the coffee table between us. "It's simple. If you really love me, you'll prove it by putting the house in my name. Otherwise, we're done. We've been together for 3 years and engaged for 8 months. The wedding was fully planned with 200 guests invited. Rebecca, this house has been in my family for 60 years. Why would I sign it over to you?" She stood up and started pacing. "Because I need security. What if you leave me after we have kids? I'll have nothing. We didn't even have kids yet." "That's what prenups and divorce laws are for," I said, but she shook her head. "Not good enough. I want the house now." Before the wedding, as a show of faith, my best friend Jake was there helping us with wedding favors, and his jaw dropped. "Rebecca, that's insane. This house is worth $800,000. She turned on him immediately. "This doesn't concern you, Jake. This is between me and my future husband." Then she said something that made my blood run cold. "Besides, I already told my family the house would be mine." I stood up then. "You told your family what?" She shrugged like it was nothing. "My dad needs collateral for his business loan. I said he could use our house. Well, my house once you sign it over." Her father had started 4 businesses in 5 years and they'd all failed. "Your dad wants to use my house as collateral." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "Our house," she corrected. "Once we're married, everything is ours anyway. You're just making it official early." Jake pulled out his phone and started texting someone. Rebecca noticed immediately. "Who are you texting? This is private family business." But Jake kept typing. "My cousin is a real estate attorney. He's on his way." Rebecca's face went red. "We don't need lawyers. This is about trust. If you trusted me, you'd sign." That's when things got weird. She pulled out her phone and made a call. "Daddy, he's refusing to sign. You need to come over." Within 10 minutes, her father, Harold, and her 2 brothers showed up. They walked into my house without knocking. "So, you're the one breaking my little girl's heart?" Harold said, standing too close to me. "I'm not breaking anyone's heart. I'm just not giving away my house," I said, backing up. Her brother, Dennis, laughed. "Give away? You're getting a wife in return. That's more than fair." The other brother, Carl, started looking around the room. "This place could be worth more if we knocked out some walls. Open concept sells better." They were already planning renovations. "Nobody is knocking out walls. This is my house," I said, but Harold stepped closer. "Not for long." "Rebecca, honey, did you tell him about the other thing?" Rebecca smiled then, a mean smile I'd never seen before. "Oh, right, I'm pregnant." She pulled out a pregnancy test from her purse. 2 lines. "Positive. So, unless you want your child to be homeless, you'll sign those papers." That's when my neighbor, Mrs. Cho, knocked and walked in. She looked upset. "I'm sorry to interrupt, but I thought you should know. There's a moving truck outside and men are loading your furniture." We all ran to the window. Sure enough, there were movers taking my couch. "What the hell?" I ran outside with everyone following. The movers had paperwork. "Rebecca Walsh hired us. Said she's the owner now. She'd hired them before I'd even signed anything." "She's not the owner," I yelled, but they kept loading. Luis called the police while Harold tried to smooth things over. "Look, son, just sign the papers and this all goes away." But then Rebecca's phone rang. She answered and her face went white. "What do you mean the loan was denied?" Harold grabbed her phone. "They found out about the house," he said loudly. "You said it was a done deal." Full story on channel link below.